A lot of us wouldn't think twice about taking a solo trip in a car. But for some people, the idea of taking a solo motorcycle trip can feel scary or overwhelming. And that makes sense. There's a big difference between the two. In a car, you've got doors, you have locks, and there's protection from the elements. But on a motorcycle, it's just you and the open road. And that openness, while feeling freeing, can also make you feel vulnerable. In July of 2023, I took my second solo motorcycle trip from South Carolina to Indiana to visit my twin sister. It was the first long road trip for that Road Glide 3. I vlogged that experience and I shared it in a video that I am re-uploading here. In this video, you will meet my twin sister, Melinda. I also share the 7 safety precautions that I try to take when riding solo. These helped me overcome my fears when I first started taking long trips. And finally, I answer that question that I am often asked. Aren't you scared to travel alone on a motorcycle? Today is the day I get to start tracking Melissa as she makes her way here to Indiana on her new motorcycle. I began my 2-day journey to Indiana to see Melinda, and I am going to enjoy this ride. I do love these beautiful mornings with the sun shining through the trees. It is going to be a great day riding. One of the things that I like to do in my trip vlogs is share the route that I take, so you have an idea where my adventures are taking me. If you're interested in that, I will leave it down in the notes section below. Compliments of Google. I am taking some beautiful familiar back roads on my way towards Augusta. In the more unfamiliar areas of the country, I stick to more heavily traveled roads when I'm by myself, which is my first rule for safety. More about those safety precautions that I take while riding solo in just a moment. Turning on to US Highway 301, we will soon cross over the Savannah River on the New Burton Ferry Bridge and will be in Georgia. If you know me and watch any of my other videos, I love bridges and waterways. I was definitely interested in finding out about that old bridge that is still standing in the Savannah River here. So I did some research. Highway 301 was built in 1938 with a through truss bridge that connected South Carolina to Georgia. The rotating bridge allowed barge and ship traffic traveling the Savannah River to pass. In 1965, the New Burton Ferry Bridge we just crossed was built, and the old turnstile bridge was left in the open position. Although abandoned, the bridge remains an important historic bridge in the region. There is a beautiful nature trail. It ends at the decommissioned Savannah River Bridge. This is definitely someplace I want to come back and check out. I will link information about this in the notes section below in case you are in the area and would like to check it out. First stop, and I have gone only 110 miles. Oftentimes when I tell people that I will be taking a trip on my motorcycle and by myself, I get a look. And I know it's of concern and questions, and I know what people are thinking. Do you feel safe doing this by yourself as a woman on the road, on a motorcycle? And the simple answer is, yes, I do. And there goes another trike. I don't want to be one of those people that allows fear to keep me from doing what I want to do. And while I do not fear doing long-distance solo rides now, the first time I set out on a motorcycle trip on my own, I was nervous and experienced some anxiety. That is how I came up with a few safety precautions and try to apply them when I am traveling alone, whether on a motorcycle or in a car. It just makes me feel safer. Number 1, I try to travel busy roadways like the interstate and stop at busy gas stops as much as possible. Yes, I know those scenic back roads are nice, but hey, I can find the beauty in any route I take, even the interstate. I can save those back road rides for when I am with others. Number 2, plan my routes and stops. There is nothing like needing gas and not knowing where it is safe to stop. Worse, being tired and not finding a vacant hotel in a safe location. Speaking of making a gas stop, I am entering the Atlanta area and my GPS warns me of traffic on I-75. What else? So I get off the highway and while getting gas, I evaluate my options. Do I stay on the busy interstate and my planned route or follow the suggestion of my GPS? Well, here I can argue this looks pretty busy to me, and it is in keeping with my rule to stick to busy roadways, albeit not my planned interstate route. So I go for it. I think many others have had the same idea. It did get me ahead of the interstate traffic just a little. Getting back out on the highway here, let's get back to those safety precautions. Number 3, situational awareness. Know where I am and who is near me. Always watch and be aware of my surroundings. Number 4, share my location with my family. I love the share my location feature on iPhone. There is also an app called Life 360. Number 5, I try to travel during daylight as much as possible. Planning the route and estimating arrival times keeps me from being in unfamiliar areas alone after dark. Number 6, self-protection. Now, without going into a lot of detail here on YouTube, let's just say there are certain pieces of equipment that are always within reach. I pray I never have to use this equipment, but it is something I have and am ready to use if needed. As a last resort, of course. Look at all those gas pumps. Amazing. Even with all this traffic, I have no problems pulling right up to the gas pump. Definitely efficient here. All right, stop number 3. Made it through Atlanta and now I'm at Buc-ee's. Gonna go in, get something to drink, take a little bit of a rest, and then get back out on the road. Wow, this place is huge, and there sure are a lot of people here. Maybe I will check out a few more Buc-ee's on my way home in a couple weeks. I don't think I've ever seen a gas stop so busy. I'm glad I had the opportunity to stop and say I've been here. She is on the road, and I've been following her progress via the iPhone locations. Yes, I'm a little bit nervous about her being on the road as a solo traveler, but it's just given me an extra opportunity to pray. Lord, get her here safely. As I get close to Chattanooga, the GPS alerts me of yet another detour to take to bypass some traffic. Turns out to be a nice ride too. Northern Georgia here, I believe, and I did not get the road, nor can I remember where I am here. For some reason, my camera shut down and I did not get footage of getting back onto the interstate. Let's just say that traffic was a mess. I am soon back on the interstate moving through Chattanooga. Great views here. Back into Georgia for a short ways. And then back to Tennessee. Definitely on I-24 now, heading towards Nashville. Now, before I share with you my 7th and final safety precaution, let me tell you the reason why I do not fear traveling alone. I am protected by God. In fact, nothing else brings more peace than this. Nothing else matters in comparison to this. Whether I'm at home, in my car, walking on the street, or on my motorcycle, I can rest and take comfort knowing I am safe in the protected arms of Jesus. I trust the Lord when He says, I will never leave you. Does it mean I may never have something bad happen? No, it does not. It just means that through it all, the Lord is with me. And with that, I give you the 7th and final safety precaution. More than any of the ones that I have already given you is prayer. It is not just a patch on my vest. I truly believe that prayer is the most important conversation of my day. My family, friends, and Sunday school class for my church are all praying for me as I travel. I cannot be safer than I am right now with all those prayers. That gives me so much peace and comfort as I travel out here. Yes, I am still cautious, but I can rest knowing that God is in control. All right, it is stop number 4. I am at a pilot, probably about 45 minutes from Nashville. Chattanooga was pretty bad traffic, just like it was the last time we were there, and not quite as bad as Atlanta, but bad enough. Gone 420 miles so far, and I'll stop another time or two to get gas. Gonna get back out on the road, enjoying this beautiful day. I am sure there will be more traffic in Nashville, but for now, I am enjoying this ride. Thank you, Lord, for the gorgeous weather. Yes, GPS has taken me another faster way around some more stop traffic here in Nashville. If you knew me, you would know that I am a planner and don't do spontaneity very well. I like to know where I am and where I'm going. Well, I have no clue at this point where the GPS is taking me. I soon figured out where I was. And well, me and my camera are going to have a nice long discussion about her timing. She decided to take a nap just as we were passing the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. Bummer. Would love to have gotten that on film. The ride turned out to be great and not at all stressful. I make gas stop number 5 in northern Tennessee. This should be my last stop for gas for the day. And I should be crossing over into Kentucky soon. Yep, here we are. When planning my route, I picked out 3 hotels between here and Princeton, Indiana to stop for the night. I knew where I stopped would be dependent on how I felt. I wanted to get as far as I could, but I did not know how tired I would be. I have monitored room availability at all 3 hotels every time I stopped today, and I was able to see that there were several rooms open for each location. I learned last year on my trip that it is not always good to not check ahead for room availability, especially on a weekend. Nothing like being on a motorcycle at night when you are tired and there is no vacancy, and enjoying the Saturday evening ride up I-69. "665 miles today. Made it to Henderson, Kentucky. Really close to Evansville, Indiana. So it's just up the road a little bit. Won't take me long to get into Indiana and finish the last 4 hours of my trip. Until next time, God bless and safe riding out there."